What's going on, guys? My name is Rumble Skrash. In today's video we're going to be talking about some defensive teams slash counter teams that can be built with the brand new Legend Moria. Now Legend Moria is absolutely amazing and he's absolutely busted in my opinion. He's a int based unit and he will buff the HP of int units by level 5, defense up level 3, and for the first 30 seconds he will buff his own special city up by level 3, which is nice because you want him to activate really early if you can. Now his special is what's so good about him, apart from the passive, because he will deal a good amount of fixed damage in a large radial range, and then he will target 3 enemies for halving their stats for 20 seconds. Now halving their stats is absolutely busted. It makes no sense in my opinion, because for example, look at the stats that Kaido has. For example, if we're talking about debuffing the quick team, it doesn't have the HP because it would be completely broken if it did. But imagine halving their stats. Just look at the base stats. Halving the attack means that you're taking away more than 1500 attack, which is actually more than level 20 attack down, which is insane. Having their speed at base speed with no speed buffs or anything, any speed buffs get halved. So if they have speed up level 10, then you're debuffing them by speed down level 5. But on top of that, you have to add the halving of the base stats, so the base speed. So if Kaido has 172 speed, then it means that you're taking away from him 86 speed, which is actually a lot of speed down. It's actually speed down level 16 if I'm not mistaken, and then Kaido will buff his own speed by level 10, so you're taking an extra level 5 of speed. So you're taking more than speed down level 20, so it's insane. And the massive thing is the defense too, because like look, for example, the quick team has defense up level 3 from Kaido, defense up level 3 from Akainu, and maybe some defense up level 2 from Queen or stuff like that. So let's just say they have defense up level between 8 to 10. Let's say they have defense up level 10. You're taking away defense down level 5, which is half of the buffs, but then you're taking away half of the base defense of the unit. For example, if you are having the stats of Kaido, you're taking 90 defense away from him, and that is actually more than 3. So Moria is like taking defense down level 8, 9 just by himself, which is insane. And if you are against a Dex team that have defensive buffs level 30, you're taking away more than defense down or close to defense down level 20. And now I have been testing a lot of different teams, but in this particular video I'm going to be showcasing 3 different teams. Now one is the hybrid of well, all of them are driven teams, so none of them are completely int based teams, because I think now we need a little bit more of units for that. But I will be uploading another video if I can, showcasing some kind of defensive int team that you can build, but it's not the best in my opinion. But in this particular video I'm going to be showcasing 3 driven teams, and all of the 3 of them are going to be hybrid teams. 2 of them are going to be quick and int hybrid, and 1 is going to be psi and int hybrid. Now this is one variation of the quick and int hybrid, and it's going to be with the Zoro. The problem with this team is that it's a 6-man team. You cannot add other units. I mean, you can add cost 1 units and stuff like that, but yeah. Then the other variation, which is, yeah, it's a hybrid of quick and int, but it also uses this Pika, and I was doing it like this. So, and then you can add Sova Mask on the bench, but now I'm gonna be first showcasing the Tesoro and then the Pika. But yeah, so here we have this variation, and here we have the psi and int hybrid. So basically we are using this Pika, who is really good. The passive is HP level 5 to driven. All our units except for Roger in this case are driven. And then if current HP is above 80%, defense up level 2 for driven. So you don't want him to be on the middle. He will, with the special on a really low cooldown, will deal a health cut, and then he will provoke the enemies. So all the enemies will do normal attacks on him, and he will really upgrade his guard. So it's a little bit of a way of slowing down the match, and then you can activate your specials. So it's I think defensive wise is actually really good to use provoke and If you're using Pika, you can do really cool stuff, and it's not a 6-man team, it's a 7-man team. And yeah, the problem with this team is I would love to use a recruit in enel, but as I'm using legend enel, I cannot do that, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, if I'm using other teams, I'm definitely using recruit enel. So I'm gonna be first talking about what each of these teams has performed and what results have they shown to me, and then I'm gonna be doing some matches. Now, for this particular team, it was the first one out of these three that I thought about and I discovered. So I do think that this team is really good. It was winning. I did like 12 matches and I lost like 3 or 4 against Quick, and I was going up against all different kinds of Quick, including Magellan Quick and stuff like that. But I assume like not all of them were like the best ones that they could be. So that's why I'm saying defensive wise, it's really good, because it wins against a lot of teams. And I would say in general, this, well, all three kind of are actually kind of counters to the Quick team without Magellan. And then if you see a Magellan, then you can struggle a little bit. Maybe I'm going to be talking about now, but there's one in particular that I do think that it's a counter to the Quick team without Magellan. So this team was performing really well, more than a 60% win rate, I would say. It has like 70, I would say. So really cool. Next up we have this one, which is the one that I have tested the less, but it performs really well, and I would say it performs in a similar way than the other one. And then the one with Pika instead of, but using Kaido and Akainu, and using Pika and then recruit enel in the bench, I do think that that variation works really well. So I do think that with that one is the best one. But the problem, I don't know really what happened, but I was testing that variation against fully max Magellan teams, like no joke. Like I was going up, I will show you the screenshots. I was going up against really strong teams, and I won like 9 out of 9. I didn't lose a single match. And then I did, I don't know, like 3 matches and I lost all of them, and I was like, wait, I don't understand. Like I was winning all of these teams yesterday. But well, I mean, we didn't change bugs or anything, so we're gonna see how these matches go. Sometimes it can depend on an RNG, I think, but I thought that team was performing really well. But without further ado, let's actually start with the match. We're gonna be starting with the Sai and In hybrid, and we're gonna be trying to find some quick teams. So I managed to find the fully max quick team. It doesn't have Magellan, but for starters, I think it's good not to go against the best quick team. So yeah, it's it's an 8-man team, but it has Leo, so well, kind of a 7-man team. But yeah, we're gonna be showing how this goes. So basically, how we want this to go is we can tank one special of Kaido or Akainu, but we want the Moria to activate either before any of them activate, or before both of them activate, and then debuff. It will be good to debuff one of them, and if it is the unit that hasn't dealt a special yet, then the massive attack down is just like totally tanking the special of Kaido or Akainu, just like they are not dealing that much damage if they are half stats, because it's a massive attack down. I mean, you need still a little bit of defense, but you can tank a lot of hits, and sometimes it's surprising how few damage they deal. So yeah, let's see how we actually perform. So it looks like we are gonna be activating a Moria before a Kaido or Akainu. Sometimes Akainu activates first, mainly because he has some special city up. It doesn't matter that now the fixed damage didn't activate, because we have the stats of both Akainu and Kaido. So we have to tank a little bit of that. Oh, I do think that the Kuzan wasn't completely max, and it's a little bit unfortunate. I thought of the combat power that it was max, but well, I mean, it had over 60k, so I thought, yeah, all of them were max. But now we get some defense with Dofi, and hopefully we'll deal massive damage to Akainu. Yeah, so because they have half stats, they will receive further fixed damage with Roger. And now, well, we can tank this pretty easily. And now, we actually, in this team, we rely a lot on the damage of enel, because yeah, they have a lot of stats halved and everything, so they have few defense, but we want to be consistently dealing them multiplier damage, because we want to use that massive debuffing of Moria, and now we are gonna be doing that with the special of Enel. As you can see, Akainu is out, and it's not long till Kaido goes out, and then well, I think it will be pretty much done. We haven't lost a single unit, and yeah, they will activate the special of Soul Mask, probably with the 2 activations, which is gonna be kind of unfortunate. But well, we still have the special of Moria, which can still potentially debuff the attack of Soul Mask, so allowing us to tank that really easily. So yeah, we don't debuff them in that way, but we will get some defense with Dofi, which is good. And well, hopefully we even kill Soul Mask, so that's good. Maybe we have to tank the special of PP Whitebeard, but it won't really affect us, I think. And well, I think that's pretty much it already. So we're gonna be doing a second match and with this team, and then we're gonna, if it goes well and I think it's a good showcase, we will go to the next ones. So as you can see, we can make pretty good uses of Moria. So this was the first one, and we're gonna be trying to find a second one. So let's see what we can actually find, and if we can find actually some fully max quick team, and it would be good if we can find some Magellan team. So let's see if here there is one, and if not, I will be right back with a fully max quick team. Okay, so this one is gonna be really scary, but well, I mean, they have Magellan and everything. It's a completely max. I think it's one of the best variations that they can build. So there's a really high chance that we actually lose. But I'm talking about these teams mainly if they have Magellan as defense teams, because sometimes they win, because I have actually won against teams like that using these kind of teams. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how we go now, because it's the same. Like if Moria, look, now they have like 3, or if you count Queen, 4 multiplier damage units, and if Moria is debuffing the stats of 3 of them, like you see the amount of damage that we are getting to tank with that attack down. And then if we have a lot of defense, mainly it's important in this kind of matches the special of our Dofi, but it looks that Dofi is gonna be able to activate pretty soon. Unfortunately, I do think that the akainu will activate under the second 70, so we're gonna be losing on a lot of defense here, but at least the versus akainu is half the stats, so he will deal less damage. Look at this. Well, the first one is a health cut, so it's normal, but look, the second hit didn't hit us that hard, and they had actually my units didn't have that high of stats. So yeah, now we're gonna be tanking the special of Kaido, which is the scary one, because he is not half stats or anything. Look, our Moria is kind of in trouble, but the akainu is already out, so that's good. And if we can actually, I mean, we won't be able to kill the Magellan, but I think we can tank the special of Magellan and Queen, because they have both half stats. So maybe our Moria will be dying. It's gonna be interesting to see now with Queen. But I think Queen won't actually target Moria, or maybe he will. Yeah, but he won't die. So now, well, it's a matter of finishing the units if we can, and if not, we will probably lose. It depends. So the special of Kaido, luckily for us, won't get to activate now. So I do think that the Moria will get to activate again. So it's gonna be really cool. And as you can see, Pika is consistently provoking all the enemy team. So that's really good. And yeah, so we're having the stats again. This time, okay, Kaido, that's really good. We're having the stats of Kaido, but well, Kaido is dead. So yeah, we managed to kill them, and now we have to be careful about Soul Mask and PP Whitebeard, and well, Queen actually as well, but Queen will lose now, will die now. So I do think that we are doing pretty fine. The special of Soul Mask is really scary actually, but hopefully we can do something good. Let's see. We're gonna have to tank the full special of Soul Mask, but hopefully it won't be that big of a problem. It's 4 against 1, so yeah, I do think that we got this. So yeah, I do think that this match is done. Oh, sorry, PvP Whitebeard is still alive, so that could be actually a problem. So hopefully we don't get shafted with some RNG like this, exactly this, and PvP Whitebeard will actually activate, so that's actually really scary. He will, okay, he will only target Soul Mask, so Oh, and he doesn't even die. Okay, so yeah, we win. So as you can see, it was a pretty, I mean, not that close match, but it was a close match. But we managed to defeat like the best possible team, one of the best possible teams that you can build right now on global. It's a quick team with Magellan fully max. Look at the combat power. It even has a Bellamy on the bench with massive defense down. It could have had another nuke, but well, it's still good with a Bellamy because it deals massive defense down, that it's even further debuffing our units. So now we will go with the second team. So for this particular quick team, as I do not want to go all the time against the same ones, I mean, it still has Magellan, Kaido, and Akainu. It does have Queen, but it has that Kizuna King, which I do not think is the best option, but still, it's like a really good quick team. It has the main units, and it has even VP Whitebeard on the bench. Definitely, it's not the best quick team, but well, I do want to showcase also this as a defense team. So there's some people that are missing some of the units in the quick team and are using variations like this, and there's actually a lot of people using the Kizuna King and PvP free-to-play Lucy. So I want to showcase also this. If this match goes okay, I mean, I will go for the last variation because I don't want these videos to be too long. But I'm telling you, the other one is going to be pretty similar. The only difference is that here we have a little bit of special city up, but we have a 6-man team, and in the other one we have a 7-man team. And if it works well, it should be really good. But yeah, so here we're gonna have to tank the special of well, both Akainu and Kaido. So if we manage to survive that, which is really scary, we're gonna be in theory good because we have tanked all of their damaging specials. Actually, I'm actually quite surprised that we managed to do that. And here we have some fixed damage of Moria debuffing the remaining units, and well, we actually won quite easily. So I mean, this is just to show the teams. If you want to further test them, definitely feel free to do that. But I wanted to show some different variations because sometimes I show a defense team and maybe like someone understands that it's like, oh, the only possible defense teams. No, there's really a lot of variations with these kinds of defense team, because now I'm going to be showcasing the same quick int hybrid team. Instead of the Zoro, I'm going to be using Pika and a rare crit enel on the bench, and you're going to be seeing that it's pretty similar. So this match that we just did is not the best representation of how it goes, because I think our Dofi activated really early, so we had a lot of defense. We tanked all of the damage of the quick, and then we just destroyed them. So I mean, it was pretty surprising that we managed to do that, but still we have some special city ups, so it's understandable that our units activate early and stuff like that. So we're gonna be doing one last match with that Pika variation, and maybe if I feel like it, I'm gonna be doing another last match, but well, I'm gonna be seeing. So I managed to find a completely, well, I think it's completely max, but it does have all of the main units, PP, Whitebeard, stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. This is the team that I was saying that out of 9 matches, I won like 9 out of 9. So this is what I thought it was, like straight up a counter, because I wasn't losing a single match. I was going up against really max teams, and then suddenly, well, I lost 3 on a row. So maybe it was some insane bad RNG day. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I had this exact same composition, so I'm gonna try it and repeat it. I was very confident on this team, but well, seeing what happened to me, then I don't know. But well, hopefully we want the Moria to activate early, and if we can activate early the versus Akainu, it's really good. If not, it's not that big of a deal, because then he will activate after Moria, so that he will be using the massive defense down from Moria. So yeah, my versus Akainu didn't activate, so it's not that big of a deal if he can actually survive, because if he dies before activating, it's really gonna be really unfortunate. We debuffed the attack from the enemy Kaido, so let's see if we can actually do some damage. We killed the enemy Bellamy. So here I do think that well, I mean, if the enemy kaido doesn't suddenly go up, because he was about to attack, but as we debuffed his speed, I think he actually got pushed down on the chain because my units had more speed, so that's really good. And here, well, I think, yeah, we are done. So I'm pretty happy with this because, yeah, this is how the matches were normally going. Now Recruit enel enters from the bench. He gives more defense to the int units, which is 3 out of 5, and then with the special it's gonna be rainbow defense, and we're gonna be really good in terms of defense. We can even activate the Moria again in case one of these high damaging units wants to activate. We won't even lose another unit. So yeah, this worked really well, so I think I'm gonna be leaving at that, but keep in mind you can still lose. If they don't have Magellan, I would say it's more close to being a counter of the quick team. That's why I put that on the thumbnail. But yeah, you can still lose, so I would still be calling it a defense, but it works amazingly well. And I do think this has a lot of potential with the Al Capone crew that's going to be coming at the end of this month. I think this has a lot of potential, this driven team. So yeah, now I'm going to be showing you some match results with the screenshots, and it's going to be it. So I'm gonna be going quick, but this is the first team that I showcased, so the Psi and Int hybrid, and this is one particular match. Another one, all of these didn't have Magellan, this one did. It was more close, but it wasn't the perfect quick team. This one didn't have Magellan, this one didn't have Magellan again, but as you can see, some of these are pretty max. This one was with Magellan and everything, and I didn't even lose a single unit. Here, this one was very close, because sometimes it can get close, but here, look at this, like not a single unit lost. Here with Magellan and pretty max, not really that close. And here was more close, but yeah, here I lost. So as you can see, you can still lose. So here another one and another one, and well, yeah, you can see more and more matches with this, because I actually tried a lot of them. Here I was trying some different variation of these last two defense teams that I did, and it was still working well, because, so as you can see, there's a possibility of a lot of different variations. But here, this is the first one that I was trying with that last team that I showcased, and it was amazing. As you can see, all of these match results, and look, like, let's see if I can find it. Like, look, this was a completely max full quick team with full mags and so mask and PP wipers on the bench with Magellan and everything. This one the same. This one also with Magellan, and all of this was in a row. There wasn't a single match lost in the middle. This one didn't have Magellan, this one didn't either, the same as this one and this one. And yeah, that was it for this one, because then I started to lose those 3 matches. And here, actually, that second one that I showcased with the Zoro, and you can see some wins here against quick teams. So, but you can still lose. So yeah, that's gonna be it. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of these teams. I think it showed really amazing results. As I was saying, you can still lose, so it depends if I would call it a counter or not. I would let that to judge for yourselves, but I mean, the results were quite impressive. So I do really like that Moria. I had to go really deep on the Sugo Fest, so at least I'm glad that it paid back a little bit, because I went kind of crazy. I didn't even want to pull, but yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as I was saying, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this, and if you're gonna be trying these themes or not, and which one do you think is performs the best. But without further, let's actually end this video. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.